Hi, this is Jana and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making a pasta dish. It's a vegetarian pasta dish, so it's perfect for Fridays during Lent or just any other meatless Mondays or whatever. It's called fried penne and pasta, and it came from a friend of ours from here in Alabama many, like 25 years ago. And it's always been a family favorite, especially Aaron and Katie and Chris. So anyway, so I've got 3.5 tablespoons of olive oil in a hot skillet. And now I've got some Italian pasta. And if you can find, like, I even know Aldi stores carry it, but if you can find pasta that is bronze extruded, that's really good. And so crunchy. So we're going to put this pasta in the pan and stir it around to get it coated. This is dry pasta, as you can hear. And we're going to coat it with the olive oil. And we're going to actually brown it uncooked in the olive oil. And it gives kind of a nutty flavor to the pasta. It changes the pasta flavor. We're going to add our liquids to it, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to get some mushrooms ready on another skillet, and we will be back and continue to stir these. You can leave them for a few seconds, but don't forget about them and keep stirring them because you're going to come back and you're going to see them browned. And I'm going to go get my mushrooms ready. Okay, welcome back. It's been about, what, 3 minutes maybe, Aaron? And you can see the pasta starting to like get a little slightly brown, toasted looking. That would be the word, is toasted. And so I'm going to keep stirring those, letting them toast. Now we're going to come over to this other pan I've got waiting here, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There we go. And I'm going to add my garlic. I've got 3 tablespoons of garlic. We're going to let that cook until it becomes fragrant. And then I'm going to add some mushrooms. Turn my heat down just a little bit. You want to do this over medium heat. And now I'm going to add, it calls for 8 ounces of mushrooms, but our daughter, Erin here, loves her some mushrooms. And so we add extra mushrooms for her because she's always been, whoopsie, I'm so sorry, Bailey. I just tripped over Bailey a little bit, our golden retriever puppy. So we don't want that garlic down there to burn. And so, you know, mushrooms release a lot of water. And so I'm going to keep stirring this and get those nicely cooked. And we'll be back. I'm going to stir this pasta. About half of them are toasted, but we're going to keep toasting them a little bit longer. And we'll be back. Okay, we are back, and you can see how nice and toasted the penne is. There's a few of them in there that aren't too toasted, but this is about the color you want them, just like that. Now I shut my flame off. I cannot begin to tell you, don't forget that step. Turn your fire off because we're about to add 1/3 cup of brandy, and that's 100,000% alcohol. And if you touch the side of the pan with the brandy or spill it over the side accidentally onto a hot surface, it could start a fire. So please be careful. And so here is my 1/3 cup of brandy, and I've got my flame off. I'm going to pour it to the center, and it's going to sizzle. I give it a second, and then I'm going to turn my flame back on to medium low. And I don't want that brandy to touch the sides of the pan. I'm just going to kind of keep it on the bottom there and be real careful. It's going to evaporate. And that's what you want to do, is you want to evaporate the brandy. It's only the flavor we want, not the moisture. So we're going to stir this and get all of that brandy absorbed into the pasta. Okay, now I'm going to remove my lid here. There we go. wasn't, it's the lid for this pan, not this pan. I was just double dutying it here. And I'm gonna, now that we've got some moisture coming out of those mushrooms, I'm gonna leave the pan lid off of these. We're gonna continue to cook them for just a few more minutes until they're more to our liking. Anytime you want, you can turn these over and put it, we're gonna put this into here. But I'm gonna cook these a little bit more and we'll be back. Okay, we're back and I am now adding 4 cups of chicken stock to that pasta because we have to cook that pasta. And we're going to cover it because we want that moisture to stay inside of there so that that pasta cooks. You're going to want to watch it close. I like a high-sided pan for this if you have one. Just for all the splatters and preventing things. That's why that's up there. Now to our mushrooms, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of fresh parsley. I'm going to cook that. Turn my fire up a little bit over here. And I still have my flame going at medium, on medium to medium high over here so we can boil the pasta. We'll get it simmering. And I'm going to add some pepper to the mushrooms, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt. We like pepper, so I'm going to add to my liking. Lots of pepper. We can always add more. You can always add more, but Erin, what do we always say? You can't take it out. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon, a little less of salt. You can leave that out if you're not. I use Celtic sea salt. It's very healthy. All right, now I'm going to add this mixture to the pasta. And we're going to boil this pasta, simmer this pasta until the pasta is done. Get all of that. Do you know what parsley is good for? Not only just prettiness, it is really good for vitamin C. It's really high in vitamin C. Okay, look at, we have pasta, garlic, mushrooms, parsley, and a hint of brandy. And so now I'm going to put my lid on here, and we're going to simmer this until the chicken broth is absorbed. Then we're going to come back. We're going to add some heavy cream and some Parmesan cheese. We'll be back. Okay, we are back, and you can see that the chicken stock is almost all the way absorbed. It doesn't have to be all the way absorbed, okay? But what you do want is to test your pasta, which we just did, to make sure that it's done. And don't cook it till it's mushy, okay? Cook it, because every pasta is different. And even though the recipe says to cook for 11 minutes, this actually took closer to 16 because it's an Italian pasta with really high grade. And some of the less expensive, United States ones would probably be done in 11 minutes. And so taste it until it's kind of firm to the tooth. You don't want it mushy. I don't, but cook it to how you like it, okay? Now I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. How about that? I'm going to turn my heat off. You can see that parsley that's in there. So good with vitamin C. See that cheese? I'm gonna add just a little bit more cheese. I have it here. You know, everything's to your liking. That's how I cook. It's to my liking. I always follow the recipe, and depending upon the cheese or whatever, I always add a little bit more to my family, whatever our liking is. There, that's a little creamier. Now I'm going to let it set for just a minute, and I'm going to serve it up, and we'll be back. Okay, we're back and finishing up our dish. Put some extra little Parmesan on top. And look at, you got green in there. You've got your vegetable, the mushrooms, which are really healthy for you. High in zinc, by the way, which builds your immune system. And our fried penne pasta is done. Thank you for stopping by Jana's Kitchen. And stop by my Amazon store. And please hit the subscribe. Thank you.